Hello, my dear friends. Hi, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm here today to give you an awesome reading for the collective, all about the full moon energy that we have in Libra going on right now. So the full moon actually comes to its peak on the 5th or the 6th of April, depending on where you're located. Full moons are really great. This full moon in Libra is an air sign, and it's a wonderful time for expressing yourself clearly and for bringing your ideas to life. That is the main energies that I get from this full moon in Libra. So great time for those things right now, especially, but always a great time to bring your ideas to life. But right now will be very beneficial for you. Every full moon, I like to tell everyone I know, all my people, all my followers, all my friends, I like to tell them, I'm always giving my friends like crystals and stuff. So I like to tell people to sit their crystals out under the full moonlight. And if you have any crystals, or if you have a weird friend that gives you crystals, make sure to sit them outside tonight or on a windowsill, somewhere that your crystals can see the full moonlight. And that will actually charge them naturally, or that we have them around us, the less energy that they can have. You can actually take its energy out. That's why I like to keep crystals, because it changes our energy. So we want to make sure that we're cleansing them under the moonlight in order to keep them doing what they're supposed to, right? So anyway, we are going to jump in here with this beautiful moonology deck for the full moon, and we're going to see what information the cards have to tell us about how to handle this energy and what would be beneficial for all of us as a collective. So let's see what comes out here. Okay, and on the bottom we have take a breather with last quarter moon in Cancer. I think that's wonderful advice all the time. Great time to take a breather, anytime you're feeling overwhelmed. This first one that flipped over is a new moon in Capricorn with step up and lead. So you could be taking the lead of your own life. Then we have full moon in Capricorn and full moon in Aquarius. So double full moon energy. And we have take a reality check and be real. So I really like these moonology cards. It is a great time to be real and take a reality check. They really are kind of like syncing together for me. Like, it's kind of like the more real you are, the more you can see, the more you can take reality checks on a regular basis, and then you can be more of your real self. Also, I feel like there's something definitely needing to be released at this time. Like, full moons are great for releasing, for letting go of anything. I say this all the time. I'm a little repetitive, but for anybody who's new here, I always say full moons are a wonderful time to release anything physically, mentally, or emotionally, anything that we're holding on to that no longer serves us. It's time to get rid of that and let that go. That way, when the new moon comes, we'll be ready and we'll have this open space to be able to receive wonderful new things. So I feel like whatever you're letting go of right now during this full moon, you'll be receiving something 10 times better during the next new moon, which is like mid-month, I want to say. And every day is a great day to make the choice to step up and lead. You need to be the leader of your own life, And when I say that, I mean doing things in the best possible way. Step up and take the lead. Take control when it comes to your own happiness, your own goals, your own dreams, desires. And again, the full moon in Libra is all about bringing ideas to life. So you need to step up and take the lead, take the reins, and really start putting some effort into your dreams and your goals. Be the leader, that you need yourself to be. I'm not getting like a leader. I don't think you're taking leadership roles or anything at work. I think you're taking the lead of your own life, which I think is beautiful. So yeah, but during this full moon cycle, it's a great time to be really authentic, be honest with yourself and others. Full moon in Aquarius is wonderful. It's all about releasing. Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac, so if there's anything that you want to do in nature, also I'm getting things that you want to change in nature, like if you see trash on the side of the road, pick it up. Or if you want to do some DIY around your house, make yourself like a little Zen garden in your backyard or something like that. I feel like now would be a great time for that. And we have double Capricorn energy too, which is very interesting. because Capricorn is an earth sign, and I actually get a very earthly vibe from these. So it could be a great time to get outdoors. And even though we like to celebrate, like during the full moon, like at night, you know, you don't want to be under the moonlight. You want to let your crystals and stuff be under the moonlight to recharge, but you actually want to stay indoors a little bit more and reflect on your inner self. But I feel like during the day, especially where I live, with it being like spring and super nice out, it's a great time to get outdoors during the day and really embrace Mother Nature, you know, get that fresh air in you. But then at night, when the moon starts to come out, like later at night, you know, 7 o'clock, it's time for you to come in, do some journaling, do some reflecting on your most real self, on the areas in your life that you need to step up and lead in, you know, on areas that you might need a little bit of a reality check in. So really interesting. But I do feel very earthly vibes. So I feel like you're connecting to something nature related during this time, and that could be helping you to release these possibly emotions or jumbled thoughts and things like that. Nature can really help you to clear your mind, clear your emotions. And then, you know, when the moon comes out at night, sit your crystals out and then possibly do some writing about it, do some reflecting. I think that's a very great way to start the reading. I am actually going to use this Crystal Visions tarot deck and see what else the cards have to say for us as a collective. Wow. I like this one too. So first one's out is the Two of Pentacles. Can you see all that? Yes. Nine of Cups. King of Swords in the center. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. I think that's all of them then. Oh, we got quite a bit here. Wow, this is interesting. So overall energy, advice from Spirit. Then we have... Ooh, got more than I wanted, but that's okay. So we actually have 8 here. So we are going to do... This is the overall energy, the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So actually really great energy. I am feeling a lot about balance, though. Balancing out, making sure you're being real but not taking things too seriously. That's a weird message from that, but okay. Yeah, so I feel like Two of Pentacles always says to me, work hard, play hard. Don't be overloading yourself. Don't put too much on your plate. Don't, you know, weigh yourself down, but also keep pushing forward, you know. But I'm getting like a slow and steady wins the race type vibe, where this is a great time for you to be accomplishing things in a slow and steady way, but not in a way that you're being overwhelmed, you know. And if you work really hard for like 10 hours that day, make sure you're getting the rest that you need that night. And then with it being paired with the Nine of Cups, you know, this is a very happy card. The Ten of Cups is like ultimate emotional fulfillment, and this is the step like right before that. So you're already pretty happy, pretty emotionally fulfilled, you know. You have spent a long time acquiring these 9 cups, and it's something to be really proud of, you know. The things that make you emotionally happy, we should take pride in that. We should take pride in how far we've come. And be happy, be proud of yourself that you're not the person that you were yesterday, you know. You're leveling out, you're really finding your emotional stability. And it's like, I'm hearing like you're getting your footing, which is really cool. And then this is the advice from Spirit Guides. So we have the King of Swords and the Six of Swords, which is very interesting. It's like the Six of Swords is a card of moving from rough waters into smooth sailing, you know. And the King of Swords is about taking your power. And again, self-expression, being able to express yourself in clear and concise ways, which is also really great. The full moon energy in Libra is really great for that too. But I am feeling drawn to tell you that lapis lazuli is a great crystal. It's blue, and it's great for opening up the throat chakra and being able to, helping you to communicate yourself in a clear way that people understand you, and not in like a harsh way at all. So I think that's really great. You're like taking your power back by learning how to express yourself clearly, and that's what's pushing you into these smoother waters, right? So the more you talk about your feelings in a clear, concise way, but also while staying humble. I just heard the word humble, which is interesting because I didn't want to say humble. I wanted to say kind. So yeah, express yourself in a humble and kind way, but also very truthfully. So it could take a little bit of thought, a little bit of pausing, really planning out ways to tell others, to express yourself to others in ways that you would want to hear it. That is what's going to push you forward to this this bright light back here, these smoother waters, these smoother energies along your path, right? And then this is the advice from your future self. So more swords. So we have the King of Swords and the Six of Swords for the advice from your spirit guides. Then we have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords for the advice from your future self. So very interesting. Swords are all about honesty, communication, and clarity, possibly intellect, growing your knowledge. So again, with 4 swords in a row like this, and especially with it being the advice from your higher power and the advice from your future self, it's like everything around you is telling you to be honest. Be honest with you, be honest with others. The Page of Swords is an awesome card of curiosity and learning new things. Really, it's a sign of you being ready to take the next step. Not only learning new things, but just loving to learn. Like you have a real interest in growing your knowledge about something. And also, I feel like telling you to ask a lot of questions. If you're unsure about something, ask questions, Google it, anything that you need help in making a decision, now is a great time to research. That's what I'm hearing. Research anything that you need. Research everything, grow your knowledge constantly. It's a great card of learning, and especially learning new things, in order for you to grow your intellect. And with it being paired with the Seven of Swords, that is a very interesting combination to me, because the Seven of Swords can be prioritizing what's important to you, and just knowing that you don't have to do everything at once. Don't overpile yourself, and if you're learning new things, don't cram it all in to the point of overwhelming yourself. Every time I really get into something, and I'm trying to grow my knowledge about a certain subject, I can get like almost an addictive personality where it's like all I do all the time, right? So we want to be sure that these new things that we're learning, these new things that we're growing our knowledge about, we don't want to turn that into an addiction to the point of exhaustion. And also the Seven of Swords, to me, it's saying do things in a different way. So just because I say growing your knowledge doesn't mean you have to go back to school or anything. You can grow your knowledge on YouTube. You can grow your knowledge many, many ways by going to the public library. Many ways you can do it for free. You can learn new things for free. Use your resourcefulness. And that, because that, moving on to, this is your final outcome here, is the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. That's an interesting combination too, because the Queen of Pentacles is like the ultimate resourceful leader. She doesn't really need much, everything she needs, she can go and find it. Like, she's very resourceful. She will use what's around her, she's a very natural queen, but in an earthly way. Like, the Queen of Pentacles is very good at, again, bringing ideas to life, because Pentacles can be all about your earthly, your material possessions. And when I say bring things to life, I mean it's an idea that you have up here, up in your head, right? And you're drawing that down into your reality. So, and when it says take a reality check, it might be talking about you realizing these ideas and these dreams that you've had for a long time, that you need to start taking small actions in order to bring them down into real life, and with it being paired with the Moon, this is our final outcome. So it's like your resourcefulness is, the Moon always says to me that something's being hidden. So I feel like you're a lot more resourceful than you give yourself credit for. You're a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit for, Queen energy is very powerful, whether you're a man or a woman. It's like a royal energy, I mean, you're like royalty. And especially when it comes to talking about your own life, your own path, about you stepping up and being the leader, grabbing the reins and driving yourself into a better future. You're really royalty when it comes to that. When it comes to you writing your own story, it's time to be resourceful. And I feel like the more resourceful you are, the more your bright future is going to like reveal itself. And also the moon can stand for, I think it's funny, we have the moon right under like the full moon in Libra. And you know, the main moon up here is a full moon. So it could be about releasing this side of us that thinks that we always need more. Maybe you don't need more. Everything you need is already inside of you, or you can use something around you. And with it following like the Seven of Swords, I'm hearing like think outside the box. Like do some outside the box thinking. Stay solution focused, and if your first solution doesn't work, make a list of 10 solutions to every problem, so that way you can have your choice, and just work your way through the list and see what works and see what doesn't for you specifically, you know, because everybody's different. So what works for one person could not work for another. But I think it's really interesting that we're ending with the moon. It's like the full moon might be revealing things to you, revealing areas of your life to yourself that you need to be a little more resourceful in. The original moon card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there is a path, and it's all about staying balanced. You know, similar, I think it's funny that we start the reading with the tarot cards, we start with a balance card, keeping balanced, and then the moon card in the original card, it normally has a path. You can see a path like lit up by the moonlight a little bit, and it's about keeping the center ground, keeping your self balanced out, you know, staying in that happy medium between your good side and your bad side, you know, the light and the dark. And when I say good and bad, I just mean positive and negative. Like sometimes I can be all positivity all day. Then other days it's like I have to dig and dig deep down in myself to get one smidge of positivity because I'm feeling like so negative. You know, it's not that we have to be this shining light of positivity all the time, but it's about staying that middle ground, you know, even when we're having our down days and we're feeling like a little more down. It's about still keeping it pretty level, keeping that middle ground, never dropping down into this lower vibrational frequency of like pure negativity. It's about keeping it as high up as we can, even on the bad days. And then on the good days, being super positive and then drawing that positivity into us, right? So I think that's beautiful. We are going to get, and oh, on the bottom of the tarot deck that I used, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a beautiful representation of new beginnings, possibly in your financial world or career-based, because, you know, pentacles have to do with finances. The bottom of the deck energy to me always says that it's like we have to peel back a layer of the onion in order to find it. So there could be some opportunities presenting itself to you, but not until you become a little more resourceful, right? So very interesting messages. We are going to get you a card out of this Mystical Journey Oracle deck. Oh, wow, they came right out. Okay, great. So this is kind of what we need to work on, or how to work with the energies, you know. So the first one out here is Sanctuary with 26, and then we have Redemption with 27. So interesting progression, you know, from 26 to 27. Or like we're taking a step forward, you know. And when it comes to when it says sanctuary, that to me is saying like, I think I already said to you about connecting with nature and possibly doing like a DIY, make yourself like a little Zen garden. This is about like, honestly, it's saying to me that you need to find a sanctuary for yourself. You need your own little space. Like mine is a little bit noisy right now because of the traffic. But, you know, I have this fun little space in like this third floor loft that we have. And I kind of turned it into like my own little tarot sanctuary, you know, where I can come and record and do readings easily, and everything's kind of right here beside me. And it was really nice because it used to be a lot harder. Like I used to have to set this up every time on like my kitchen table, you know, and I was trying to use one place for multiple things. And maybe this is saying you need a space, specifically your sanctuary, your Zen place, right? So I think the full moon would be a great time to do that, to be resourceful, use the things that you already have, and make yourself things that make you happy and calm. Like for me, it's like crystals and cards and candles and stuff like that. It makes me really, puts me in a better mood. And this, you know, so it could be a great time for you to build your own little sanctuary, little getaway, like a little she shed or he shed or whatever you want to call it. Just set up a little corner, you know, it doesn't have to be anything too big. It doesn't have to take up a lot of room, but if you could find a space like that in your area, you know, I feel like that would be very beneficial for you to be able to go and calm your mind or write out your feelings, or maybe just do some reflecting on your feelings. And then this redemption card is really beautiful, you know. It's reminding me of another card. It's called Stag Spirit, and it's similar to this. It talks a lot about stepping up and leading, about being the leader of your own life. And I feel like this is you, when it comes to redemption, I feel like this is you kind of letting go of the past you and stepping into like this beautiful, powerful version of you. It's time for you to open up, you know, and start opening yourself up to the possibility that the further you walk forward, the more steps that you take, the more of the path will reveal itself to you. So I feel like, and also the blue in this card is making me think of all these swords, the throat chakra area, like communication, you know, these could be the keys to your redemption. Keep yourself kind of as balanced as possible right now. That's what I'm trying to spit out here. And especially your chakras. If your chakras are out of balance, it can throw everything out of balance. So maybe just find what works for you individually. I am getting something about nature, especially with all these animals and, you know, trees and stuff like that. So yeah, getting out in nature can really balance you out, balance your mind out, silence the mind in order for you to really think a little bit deeper about what you want for yourself, for your life, and how you can like build this sanctuary. It doesn't even have to be in your house. Maybe you just have like a little trail that you like to walk, and that helps you clear your mind. And you could be seeing deer, and that could be a sign from your spirit guides. Hey, like, you're doing the right thing, or like it's either them like patting you on the back or telling you to focus on what you're feeling right now. And again, I have been telling everybody lately, don't listen to your thoughts. Your thoughts lie to you. Follow your heart. You hear your mind telling you things, you know, just automatically say like, yeah, my mind's a liar, you know. Your mind acts as a defense mechanism. It thinks that it's keeping you safe, but it's actually keeping you sheltered, and it's preventing you from trying these new things. So instead of listening to your mind and all these jumbled, confused thoughts that are lying to you, listen to your heart. Ask yourself, what do I feel? Don't worry about what you're thinking. Focus on what you're feeling, right? And then whatever you feel in your heart, do more of that, as long as it's good. As long as you have good feelings in your heart about something, then go with it. So really great cards. I'm going to get us a self-care card and see what we need to take care of right now. What would benefit the collective for this full moon energy? What would be our most beneficial acts of self-care? I love this little self-care deck. I like cannot stop using it. I've used it for the last like 10 readings because it's my favorite. Make a meal. Okay, so we need to focus on staying healthy, getting the vitamins that you need one way or another. Also, this is all vegetables here, so I think that could be taking a role. The broccoli is making me think about, you know, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I got really anemic and I felt like crap, and I didn't understand why, but it's because she was sucking all the iron out of me, and I was already like borderline iron deficient. So when she took that little bit of extra iron, it like dropped me like that. And so again, eating broccoli and green vegetables could boost your iron level. That could be very beneficial. You know, these look like carrots to me, but it's all vegetables, you know, carrots, broccoli, tomatoes, even like an avocado. That could be considered a fruit maybe, but I think that is a vegetable. And also, when you make yourself a meal, you can actually shift your mindset, like, and learn to enjoy cooking for yourself. Know that you're doing this, like, you know, to nourish your body. You're giving yourself what you need. This is about being there for yourself, and giving yourself what you need, the extra energy and time that you need. And, you know, this Seven of Swords, I felt that energy with this tarot card too. It could be about not taking away from others, but just giving yourself a little more self-care, like having a little better self-care routine in order for you to help others even more. You know, you can't help others if you're working with like a broken vessel. So, yeah, make sure that we're eating right and staying healthy. I like this one, and I also like this too. Oh, and then look, right underneath this, we got sweet treat. So just because it says make a meal, like make yourself a nice meal, but then you can reward yourself with like some sweet treats too. And I think it's interesting that this is showing fruit now, right? She does have chocolate muffins here, but you know, it doesn't have to, fruits and vegetables are taking a key right now, okay, in your life. Like this full moon, you might need some extra energy in order to release the things that you need to. So make sure you're getting the nourishment that you need. And this is a self-care deck. So this is all about you. This is about how to take care of yourself the best way possible. And on the bottom here, we have flow like water. And that's a great way. That's why I like to go on like trail walks and stuff, because we're always close to a creek. And we have a place not that far from our house that has beautiful waterfalls and stuff like that. And the water reminds me that not everything that we initially look at as an obstacle has to be some big deal. My mind normally makes it bigger than it has to be. But sometimes it's not an obstacle. Sometimes it's our ancestors shifting us in a different direction in order to find something more meant for us. So I think that's really interesting on the bottom of the deck, like reminding you to just go with the flow like water. Don't let everything in front of you be some obstacle, you know. Don't make it some huge mountain that you have to like climb over to get to the other side. Make it just like a fun little day walk, a day trip, you know, where you're like, oh, I can't wait to see the view at the top of that mountain. It's not an obstacle at all. It's a journey. It's an adventure. Okay. So that's why that's why I named my channel JKL Adventures, because every day is an adventure. Finding your best self is an adventure, you know. It's all about learning, growing, experiencing things. So I think these are really great. I like that this is at the center of your reading. Like, don't forget to eat healthy, take care of yourself. And, you know, if you eat like crap, because we've all been guilty of it, we all go through little benders where we eat nothing but junk food or fast food, or we get in a hurry and I tend to eat out more. The busier life gets, the less time I have to cook. But this is about making the time because you need it. And it's healthier and it's better for you. So then we have connecting with your ancestors came out, and use your hands. So I think this is really fun. I love this use your hands card because she's like doing pottery or something, which could be very interesting for you. It could pique your curiosity. Could be something that if you tried it, you know, if you're watching this reading and you were like, wow, I did always want to try pottery. Well, I got a little mini pottery wheel like this big, and it's very small, but it's super fun and easy to learn on and fun to work with. And I got that off of Amazon for like 20 bucks, you know, like a whole set to start. And it's about doing something like that, maybe giving back to yourself a little and buying a $20 starter kit for some craft that you want to try or something like that. Something with your hands, you know, you could be building something, woodworking. People could enjoy it way more than you think. And if you're not sure what to do with your hands, then connect with your ancestors and ask them for the guidance that you need. And again, the center of her heart is a tree. So getting out in nature, you know, when it says use your hands, sometimes if I see trash in like along my beautiful trail walk, oh, it just drives me nuts. Like I have to pick it up, you know? So I've gotten this habit of like carrying a grocery bag with me just to throw trash in that I see, because I don't want my trail walks to be tainted with other people's trash, you know? So, and it's simple things like that. Also, her green eyes are really standing out to me, and green does represent the heart chakra. So tapping into your heart, it could actually connect you with your ancestors, calming your mind and stuff, going for these nature walks and things like that. That could really help you to connect with your passed on loved ones, your ancestors. And, you know, when you connect with something higher than yourself, that really gives you clarity. You know, that makes this moon card not so dark. It lights up the path because, we're calming the mind, we're feeling things and not thinking so much. And when you silence your mind is when your ancestors can really talk to you. When your spirit guides, you know, if you believe in that type of thing, that's when you can get that guidance from these powers higher than yourself. Like I believe I have a whole team up there just guiding me through, you know, spiritually. And every time I connect with my team and communicate with something higher than myself, our connection gets that much stronger, and it's that much easier to follow my intuition, because the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So I think that's a really important message. And I think we're starting to release this like possibly unhealthy version of us, or lazy version of us. Like instead of sitting there watching TV, we're starting to do things with our hands while we're watching TV. You know, we could be crafting, we could be crocheting and next thing you know, you're making blankets instead of just watching TV at night, now we're making blankets or making pottery while watching TV. I'm not saying cut out your TV time. I'm saying do some multitask, do something fun with your hands while you're watching TV. So yeah, I don't know why I got that, but beautiful messages here. And I want to end your reading with a couple charms. So this is going to be anything to watch out for, signs, symbols, synchronicities that will be standing out to you personally. So to anybody watching this reading, what do they need to watch out for during this full moon energy? Ooh, so we have an infinity sign here, or an 8. So it could be an 8, which is, you know, strength, abundance. And this is letting me know you have infinite strength inside of you. I'm going to put this right on this redemption card because it's like you're redeeming your strength. You're redeeming your own strength. I think this is interesting too. It's like we're coming full circle. This circle is making me think everything's connected, which is also very similar to the infinity thing. It's the same thing. It's like it's always flowing, it's always connected. And that's why I like to do collective energy readings, because I feel like things resonate for everybody. I feel the same way when it comes to connecting with my ancestors. The better my connection is with them, the more that grows, the more I grow personally, the more clarity I gain, the more stability I gain. I love this anchor. I've got this in a reading not too long ago. And an anchor is all about you know, this 6 of Swords here. This anchor is what's going to hold you steady when you're in these choppy waters. And then once you get to these smooth waters, you can drop this anchor and keep yourself there. You can keep yourself in this smooth, nice, easygoing energy, you know, just by dropping your anchor and holding yourself steady, you know, and that's a good thing. Anchors prevent us from getting pulled out to sea. It's a very important, if they didn't have an anchor, you know, there was no way to stable themselves out. So again, balance yourself out, work hard, play hard. And then this little seahorse here is so beautiful, and it's making me want to tell you to connect with water, either connect with water, actual water, like going to a creek. You know, we've talked a lot about nature now during this reading, or a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be taking a bigger role in your life during this full moon energy. Yeah, you could want to connect with a water sign. I love my water signs. They're awesome for me to be around because I have a lot of fire in my chart, so my water signs kind of, again, balance me out, keep me very level. Also, seahorses, you know, they mate for life, so we could be connecting with a soulmate. Doesn't have to be a relationship, could be a friendship, a partner, a business connection that's going to be long-term, long-lasting. Also, seahorses, again, think outside of the box, do things in a different way, because seahorses are a little opposite than, oops, I'm sorry about that. Seahorses are a little opposite than the normal, right? The male has the baby, which is kind of like a different way of doing things. So again, different, yeah. But these are great, like if you're seeing an infinity symbol, or if you happen to see an anchor or seahorse, if you see these kind of maybe circles are sticking out for you, it's a symbol of everything's connected, you know. Could be a good time to connect with your higher power and just speak it out loud, speak your truth out loud, and tell them exactly what you need so that they can help you and guide you and possibly reveal parts of the path that you need, that need to be seen at the time. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys, but I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, I want to thank everybody, because I'm like, every time I get onto my YouTube channel, I have like 1 new subscriber, so that makes me really happy. So thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next one, and I have some great readings coming up for us, so hopefully I will see you there. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Have an awesome full moon. Thanks, guys. Peace.